Get ready for the traditional Chinese 5th anniversary premium card set. In this beautifully designed box, you'll find a treasure trove of goodies, such as these glossy sleeves, a themed deck box with some cool dividers, a 5th anniversary themed keychain with the traditional Chinese Pokemon logo on the back, and of course the highlight of the box, this full art Pikachu promo by Aspara. If you're unfamiliar with this artist, they also made these special illustration rares of Penny, Nomona, and Arvin, the Pokeball-centered trainer cards from Paldean Fates. But back on the promo card itself, the concept of the artwork is celebrating the 5 years during which Pokemon Taiwan and Hong Kong have released their modern sets consistently, starting with the revival sets in 2019, All-Stars Collection, and Dreams Come True. The Pokemon printed on the promo card, aside from the Pikachu of course, symbolize the 3 eras during which modern traditional Chinese Pokemon cards have currently released, with Zoroark representing the Sun and Moon era, Mew for the Sword and Shield era, and Terra Charizard for the Scarlet and Violet era. Because of this symbolism, this Pikachu promo will likely not release in other languages. For example, it couldn't possibly release in Simplified Chinese at this time of making this video, since Pokemon China haven't even released trading card game sets in the Scarlet and Violet era. But aren't there also stamp promos in this box? Yes, this box has a bunch of them, and they're all commemorating previously released cards that were popularly used in the trading card game during their respective eras, including Sun and Moon era with some GX cards, Sword and Shield era with the VMAX and V-Star cards, and Scarlet and Violet era with the EX and Terra cards. There are 15 promo cards in total, 5 from each era, and each promo will have the 5th anniversary stamp in traditional Chinese. Whether it has texture or not depends on whether the non-stamped version of the card had texture originally. This Rayquaza GX promo, for example, will not be textured, but this Lugia V-Star promo will. And finally, this special set also contains 1 booster box of SuperCharged Breaker, in traditional Chinese of course. But don't get this confused with the Japanese version. Thankfully, there are obvious differences from the Japanese Pokemon booster box, such as the Pokeball print on the shrink wrap and the traditional Chinese Pokemon logo versus the English Pokemon logo on the Japanese version. Ironic. Now onto the booster box of SuperCharged Breaker in traditional Chinese, not simplified Chinese. Now I know this may not be the highlight for everyone from this gift box, but I'm certainly excited because I get another chance at pulling some of the awesome cards from the set. Also noting the Pokeball print on the shrink wrap, which you won't see on the Japanese version, and also Chinese Pokemon logo. That's also another big difference. But also on the back, for those who still think this is fake for whatever reason, made in Japan, but only for sale in Taiwan and Hong Kong, not mainland China. They're not even in the Scarlet and Violet era yet at the time of making this video. But let's see what we get. I have my sleeveys on the side. They somehow do actually match the colors of this pack art, which is very nice. And yes, I have a nice Lissia playmat too. So she'll be in Surging Sparks along with, originally from Paradise Dragona, but in combination with SuperCharged Breaker. So that's really nice. But we can experience another language of SuperCharged Breaker, which I'm very excited for. This is just a survey, nothing interesting. 1 to the front. So just like your Japanese packs, just in a different language. Also same card quality as the Japanese cards if you're not familiar with the traditional Chinese Pokemon cards. I know not many people want to open this box, but I do. I want to experience this set more in full. If I pull the Milotic, if I pull the Hydreigon, if I pull Jasmine, or even that lovely Pikachu SAR. SIR if you collect English, but I like calling it the SAR. Special art rare. That's a Gravity Mountain. Ooh, I wonder what that must feel while walking up that mountain. Must be dreadful. Must be 3 times harder walking. All right, we have Rapska. I do like the colors of this. The striations on the rock formation is really cool. But yes, usually with these booster boxes, you're guaranteed 3 art rares. And yes, a secret rare should be guaranteed as well, whether it's a regular super rare, SAR, or ultra rare, a gold card. It's weird because in English, the ultra rare could just be like a full art, but in the Asian languages, it's a gold card only. And we have a Kecleon by Shinji Kanda, absolutely beautiful. But we also have that Magneton art rare by Shinji Kanda. If I can pull that, I will be so happy. I did get a copy in Japanese, so if I somehow pull one in traditional Chinese, I'll have 2 languages of that. I'll be super happy. But yes, guys, we have lovely Pikachu with its Burger King crown, its Stellar crown, so special Terra type. And I'd love to see actually the Phoebus art rare if I do pull that Milotic. They do somehow conjoin in terms of the artwork. I love it when Pokemon does that. Something similar to that of the Perrin and Hisui and Growlithe from Crimson Haze, although they don't really line up fully. It's just like a different perspective. Although some people might think it might line up. It is in the same setting. Oh wow, look at that. As I was speaking, I always do this, guys. I have this weird talent for talking about a card and all of a sudden it just appears. So lovely Phoebus. I love the underwater setting. Like, check that out, guys. Wow, like, I don't know, when it comes to art rares lately, the Scarlet and Violet era is definitely blowing me away. And yes, I gotta put it in one of these beautiful sleeves. I love the cameos, or, you know, it's really the Pokemon featured in the special displays. I think that's a really nice touch, though, by Pokemon Hong Kong and Taiwan. Yeah, there's no code cards, guys, in Asia, in any of the Asian countries. Very interesting, right? Very stark contrast from the English cards, and also the European and other American languages. But yes, let's see what secret rare we can get. At least they're guaranteed, unlike the Korean boxes. And yes, the Korean version will come out of this, for those who think for some reason the Korean version doesn't come out for a specific set. Usually, again, 1 to 2 months after the Japanese version. Thankfully, with traditional Chinese, they come out, you know, sometimes a week, sometimes just under a month. Afterwards, it's usually a lot faster than the Korean version. But to be honest, you know, overall traditional Chinese doesn't have too much popularity unless it has an exclusive release, like the gift boxes. But if you just want another language to collect, another opportunity to pull your favorite card from a certain set, it's a great opportunity. Although sometimes I'd say Japanese for some reason can be a bit more affordable. But it really just depends on the demand and also, you know, what set we're really talking about. But other than that, great card quality. If you're like me and you just want to have a specific Pokemon in all the different languages, you know, more power to you in opening these sets. Togekiss, Togetic and then Togekiss. Wow, back to back, that's hilarious. I like the T-Zero artwork though. I love that lack of outline look for some reason. It just looks a bit more developed. I don't know, more modern, I guess you could say. Alright guys, so 1 art rare so far. We have 2 more. Kilowattrel, very nice bold artwork. I do see something in the back. What is this? It looks like a stellar. Ah, it's that dreaded sandcastle, the one we all don't want to pull. It's okay, this is not the full art. Thankfully, it doesn't have a special art, but it's cool. You know, I like the brown contrasting with the rainbow, but it's not the stellar type that we want to pull. The Pikachu is definitely the one. Even Tatsugiri. Too bad Tatsugiri didn't get a special art. That would have been interesting to see. But I'm very happy to see Mylota get some spotlight, because I felt like in the Sword and Shield era, we did see it in Rebel Clash. It got a nice full art, but nothing past that. Okay, alright, you know what? I'll take this over Palosan. We have Hydreigon, Stellar Hydreigon specifically, EX full art. The special art would have been so much nicer. But it's okay. Hey, I actually like Hydreigon. It's actually one of my favorite Pokemon from Gen 5, Unova region. Super cool. Black and white. Alright, you know what? The rainbow coloring does look super nice with Hydreigon. I'm a big Dragon type fan, so that's pretty awesome. If we can get the regular Stellar card too, that'd be pretty nice. Also, guys, one thing to note too, with any, you know, Pokemon card language printed in Japan, you always have a chance of pulling maybe more than one SR, or sorry, secret rare, Chien. So that's going to be Indonesian, Japanese, Thai, not Korean. Korean is really its own thing. They're not printed in Japan. Some people think that they're printed in Japan, but no. They have their own card stock, all based on experience and also facts. When you touch a Korean card, it just feels completely different from a Japanese printed card. And yes, you get your A-Spec too. You're also guaranteed one of these in any Scarlet and Violet set pretty much. That's when they started. Bringing back an old mechanic from a long time ago at this point. It's crazy how fast time flies. Alright guys, let's see what other art rares we can get. Still enjoying this. Hey, any opportunity I can get to try to pull something cool like that Pikachu, because it looks so sparkly, like the card itself. It's as if the card is crystalline. I've seen some people take some awesome photos on Instagram, and I'm just like, damn, I want to see that card in person. At first, I guess I could say the Pikachu didn't impress me too much, but over time I felt like it's grown on me. And yeah, I don't know about that whole like value increase, that value spike. Oh my god, that is very cute. The Alolan Dugtrio. Yes, there's also a stamped promo of this in a blister, but we have the non-stamped version. It is still pullable from the set. Just because there's a stamped promo of it doesn't mean it's not pullable. There's just a different variation of it. Pokemon Taiwan and Hong Kong's way of, you know, releasing unique products, which I appreciate. You know, that's one incentive to open these products, because if they just release booster boxes, I'll be honest, I wouldn't really have too much incentive to open it. It's more fun to talk about when there are, you know, sort of differences from the Japanese version, the original. And as you can see too, if you haven't taken note already, the backs look just like your international backings. Any non-Japanese language will have these backings. So yes, English, etc. Korean as well. We have Rotom, Buffalant, ooh, a Dino. Yes! Oh, my wish came true, guys. Look at that. Stellar Hydreigon EX in traditional Chinese. Very, very nice. So yes, guys, no simplified Chinese yet. Mainland China are still playing catch up. It might be soon though. They're already finishing up Sword and Shield era, again at the time of making this video. If you're watching this in the future, it's going to be a different situation. Probably already in the Scarlet and Violet era. I'm very interested to see how Pokemon China interpret the early, you know, Scarlet and Violet sets, because they're going to have to mash up a lot together. Yes, Eternatus. I really wanted to pull this card. I love this artwork by Akira Egoa. Now I have it in 2 languages. And then opening in Korean will hopefully get me the 3rd language. It's just satisfying. I feel like 3 is that, you know, special number of satisfaction if you're a multi-language Pokemon collector like I am. It's just when you put it in a binder, it's just so satisfying to see it in 3s or, you know, 4s maybe if you collect the 12 card page binder. It took a while for me to get to that phase. I feel like I'm still not used to it because growing up, you know, I would always collect with the 9 card page binders. Just a personal preference, I guess you could say. But let's see what else we can get. 2 art rares so far. We got Koraidon, very nice. I love that artwork, by the way. It's just a regular, you know, uncommon card, not even like holographic or anything. But sometimes you also have to appreciate the artworks in that too. Yes, guys, I hope you enjoyed, you know, the contents of this gift box. I really, again, enjoy what Pokemon Taiwan and Hong Kong have done to celebrate their 5 years of existence, at least with the modern sets. Yes, they started in base set, but they took like really random breaks in between. They just were not consistent up until Sun and Moon era, starting in 2019. So hence why the 5th year anniversary. Because if you're confusing this with simplified Chinese, you know, it would technically have to be 2027, because simplified Chinese Pokemon cards started out in 2022. Not base set, so that's one big difference. If you look on the back of a traditional Chinese, of a Chinese base set pack, it'll show that it's distributed in Taiwan and Hong Kong. So obviously, traditional Chinese, not simplified Chinese. All right, guys. So we're still getting through this. You know, I kind of like it sometimes when the Secret Rare is pulled last, but at the same time, oh, very cute. Oh, look at that too, right next to a Vigoroth, because Slakoth evolved into Vigoroth. I love this card in a weird way. Like, yes, it looks very lazy, but at the same time too, Slakoth is a sloth. I feel like it does capture the character of this quite well. Like, look at him, just chilling in the field with a lonely flower. I guess maybe they just keep each other company. And also, I don't know, the earth tones of it is quite satisfying to look at. I like that art rare. I'll take it. Very nice. So number 3, guys. Sometimes I think on the rare occasion you can pull 4 if you're very lucky. I have seen that too in the past, but a lot of the times you're going to get 3 art rares. But yeah, I hope you guys get some good pulls and Surging Sparks. Oh yeah, Durant. There's also a really interesting special art rare, or SIR, special illustration rare for those who collect English. The card connects with other versions of itself. So if you have multiple Durant SARs and you put them side by side, it looks like it's connecting, kind of like a row of ants. Row of iron ants. I like when Pokemon does that. They think about how it would, you know, connect with itself, or maybe other cards. But that's the first time I would see, like, you know, the card actually connecting with itself. Again, unique approach. I enjoy it. A few more packs, guys, and you know, if you want to support the channel, if you want your own box of this, be sure to check out KrystalKollectz.com. Thank you to everyone who's shown support lately for this big release. It was very unexpected. It definitely caught me off guard, but definitely, especially whenever it comes to traditional Chinese unique releases, I always want to hop on it and show you guys too, you know, what all the hype is about, what the love. You know, there's a lot to love with traditional Chinese Pokemon cards. As you know, sometimes maybe mundane the sets could be, but when it comes to the unique releases, you definitely don't want to miss out. It's just something really cool. They did this before with 25th anniversary. They had these unique, you know, collection boxes with the promos that you see in those promo packs in Japanese, but they didn't have that. They just spread those promos throughout different collection boxes or blister sets, but that's what I'm talking about. They did it differently. And I believe even recently with a Year of the Dragon, they released a very unique Charizard collection box, which I did open on my channel. But, you know, no other country did that, or, you know, set of countries. Really, it's Taiwan and Hong Kong. But yeah, anyway, last 2 packs. Let's see what else we can get. I'm not expecting anything at this point. It's just to show you guys what we can get from this box. We have Petulant, Dino, Spheal, Heliolisk, and Water type Paldea and Tauros. It's interesting how it has 3 different forms in Paldea. Last pack, guys. Can we get one more SR? Imagine last pack magic was absolutely insane. I'm saying this now, But yeah, I doubt anything's gonna happen. Primate, Shellos, oh, Tandemaus, so cute. And ending it with a Kilovatro. So that concludes our video of this collection box, guys. Again, check out KrystalKollectz.com if you want to support the channel, if you want to see various Pokemon products in different languages, and also check out my merch as well. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you in the next video.